The desert sky over Arizona is vast, a canvas of infinite black dotted with the sharp, brilliant light of distant stars. On the night of March 13, 1997, that canvas was used for something else entirely, something that would defy explanation and ignite a firestorm of controversy. This was a shared experience witnessed by thousands across a 300-mile stretch. From Henderson, Nevada down to Tucson, Arizona, people looked up and saw the impossible. First reports trickled in around 7:30 p.m. from the north. A man in Prescott reported a V-shaped craft with 5 amber lights overhead. Imagine standing in your backyard when something is wrong with the sky. The stars are disappearing, blotted out by a dark shape passing overhead. The most consistent description was of a massive V-shaped boomerang-like object. This wasn't some distant, ambiguous dot in the sky. Witnesses described it passing directly over their heads so low they felt they could almost touch it. 5 to 7 large amber orbs of light, positioned in a perfect V formation. These were not blinking strobes like conventional aircraft. They were steady, self-luminous globes. The complete and total silence was perhaps its most unsettling feature. For something of that reported size to move through the air without a whisper of engine noise is, by our current understanding of physics, impossible. It was described as gliding, floating, drifting through the air with an eerie, deliberate slowness. The power of the Phoenix Light story comes from the people who were there, credible everyday citizens. Take the testimony of families in Phoenix. They looked up and saw a massive chevron-shaped craft gliding overhead. The father, a licensed pilot, was stunned. He could see structure, not just lights. Truck driver Bill Greiner said wingtips extended beyond both sides of the 8-lane freeway. He pulled his rig over. Hundreds stopped. A traffic jam of awestruck onlookers. Governor Fife Symington chose ridicule. He brought his chief of staff on stage in a cheesy alien costume, treating thousands of witnesses like fools. Behind the scenes, a different story unfolded. Symington had seen the lights himself, a massive delta-shaped craft moving silently across the sky. In 2007, Symington came clean. He admitted he had seen the craft and didn't know what it was. His confession was a bombshell that validated thousands of witnesses. Quote, "I'm a pilot and I know just about every machine that flies. It was bigger than anything I've ever seen. It remains a great mystery." This was 1997, before everyone had a high-definition camera in their pocket. Consumer-grade cameras were simply not equipped to capture a low-light object against a black sky. However, the second event, the arc of stationary lights over the Estrella Mountains around 10 p.m., was captured on video. This footage became the iconic image of the event, broadcast worldwide. This footage is both the strongest piece of evidence and the most contentious. To believers, it's undeniable proof. Skeptics focus on the fact that the video only shows lights, not any physical craft connecting them. The discrepancy between the two events is key. Are people conflating them? Did the V-craft return and hover? Or were these entirely separate phenomena that happened to occur on the same night? The U.S. military finally came forward with an explanation, but only for the second event. The Maryland Air National Guard claimed the lights were flares dropped by A-10 aircraft on a training exercise. They said LUU-2B parachute flares dropped over the Goldwater bombing range could appear as a stationary arc due to atmospheric distortion and Earth's curvature. But witnesses, including Governor Symington, rejected this explanation. The flare theory didn't explain the huge, silent, V-shaped object that glided over the city hours earlier. Military flares are super bright, make smoke and drift in wind. The Phoenix lights were described as steady, orb-like, holding a perfectly still formation for minutes. The official story only widened the gap between authority and eyewitnesses. 28 years later, the big questions remain. What was that V-shaped object? Was it a secret military prototype? Why would they fly it so obviously over a major city? The lack of physical evidence, radar data, or official acknowledgement keeps the mystery alive. Was it a secret government project or something from way, way farther away? No theory has been proven. No explanation ties together eyewitness accounts, video footage, and official statements. The Phoenix Lights has become a benchmark in UFO research, a case that refuses to be neatly wrapped up. Unlike sightings with one shaky eyewitness, this was shared by families, police, pilots, politicians. The case file is still wide open. It's a puzzle with too many missing pieces. Was it a secret government project, an alien visitor, or a bizarre mix of unrelated events? We don't know, and that's what makes it fascinating. A real-life mystery played out over a modern American city. The lights faded from the Arizona sky that night, but their legacy is brighter than ever. They push us to confront the limits of what we understand and ask big questions about our place in the universe. The truth is still out there, somewhere in the darkness between the stars, and the Phoenix Lights case invites us all to keep searching for it.